Is the NFL set up to change its stance on the link between gameplay and the risks of concussions and brain disorders? On Monday, Jeff Miller, the league's senior vice president for health and safety, acknowledged to a group of Washington lawmakers that he saw a link between gameplay and brain disorders, but NFL lawyers are already fighting back. Here to discuss is Wall Street Journal senior special writer Matthew Futterman. Hi, Matt. Great to see you. So are we seeing dissension among the upper ranks of the NFL over this concussion issue?
It's a little unclear as to just how planned this admission was and what to do in the face of it. Obviously, they had their health and safety person going to Congress. He knew that if he was asked a question, it would be certainly a very idea not to answer it as honestly as possible.
Sure.
So there does seem to be some sense that they knew this might be coming.
But look, can the NFL really in good faith say they don't see that link anymore? I mean, all the science seems to point to it.
It's gotten pretty absurd at this point. But even with that, you've never had the commissioner standing, in front of a microphone or in front of a television camera saying football will cause this very, very harmful brain disease.
And so what are the league's lawyers specifically saying now?
So they're saying that this isn't all that new. We've sort of had this position that there was a link between some serious brain trauma and football, but it's hidden somewhat in legal language and refers to settlements that people haven't probably read so carefully. So it's a little abstruse at the moment, and it's a little lawyerly.
Yeah.
I think what people are really sort of curious is when the commissioner is going to come out and say, yeah, it looks like if you play in the NFL for a really long time, you put yourself in danger of getting CTE.
And Goodell has remained silent on the topic.
So far, he hadn't said anything since Monday,
so we're waiting to see.
when this thing came out at this roundtable discussion of the Energy and Commerce Committee.
But look, Matthew, this discussion, this conversation is clearly not going away. So do you foresee down the line the NFL actually instituting some changes to gameplay?
I don't know how much change you can really make in the game if you're going to be playing football. I mean, are they not going to tackle each other? Are they've already eliminated, these sort of the most dangerous hits.
Right.
It's a dangerous sport. I think what they're doing now specifically is they are they're testing the waters with the idea of, if you play this game, it's dangerous, so don't come to us for compensation.
And plan on a short career, perhaps. I mean, Calvin Johnson from the Detroit Lions just announced he's retiring. He's 31 years old.
Right, and last year Chris Borland retired at, in his early 20s.
So is that going to be the trend, that these athletes are simply going to have, shorter, harder, fiercer careers?
I think you are going to see, a certain amount of people make that decision. There are people who love the game. It's very hard to give up something you love, even if it hurts a little bit. People, I think, have a propensity for believing it's not going to happen to them.
Right.
So I think you're still going to have this critical mass of people that want to get paid a lot of money to play.
Absolutely. Well, let's hope they get paid enough before they have to retire that they can support themselves.
And then have the requisite health care and retirement benefits that can cover them when things do go wrong.
Exactly. I think that's the tricky part
that is certainly the tricky and very expensive and potentially very expensive part that has the NFL more nervous than anything.
Absolutely. Matthew Futterman, thank you so much for that.